Chosen one, listen closely, for this message is not for everyone. It is meant for those whose hearts have been quietly yearning, whose souls have been waiting in the silence, and whose faith, though tested, has never wavered. Right now, as you hear these words, God is stirring something deep within you. There is a divine shift occurring, and it is about to touch every area of your life that has felt stagnant, overlooked, or delayed. What you have been believing for, what you have been praying for, is no longer hidden. The heavens are moving on your behalf, and the overflow you've long awaited is beginning to release. Do not dismiss the feeling that has been growing in your spirit, the quiet knowing, the subtle tug, the sense that something extraordinary is near. That is not coincidence. That is your faith awakening, a chain reaction in the spiritual realm. Every act of trust, every tear shed in private, every moment of surrender has been lining up a blessing that is greater than you can currently imagine. You were chosen for this moment. You were prepared for this hour. And now the gates of favor are opening, even as you sit in the ordinary rhythms of life. I know you've wondered if your prayers were heard. I know you've questioned why some doors remained closed, why opportunities seemed to slip past, and why your heart carried the weight of waiting. But hear this, chosen one. Every delay was intentional. Every season of silence was divine preparation. What you thought was a setback has been a setup for something far beyond human understanding. God is releasing an overflow not only to bless you, but to position you as a vessel for others, as a beacon of hope, and as one whose testimony will inspire countless hearts. In the next moments, you will receive clarity. You will understand why your journey has been unique, why your faith was required, and how the unseen forces have been aligning in your favor. This is not simply good news, it is a divine awakening, a revelation that calls you to stand tall, to rise in confidence, and to embrace the destiny written for you. Something miraculous is on the horizon. Something transformative is about to unfold. And the moment you have been longing for is closer than you realize. So lean in, chosen one. Open your heart, quiet your doubts, and receive this prophetic message with faith. Your belief has activated the heavens. Your prayers have stirred the divine. And the overflow, the abundance, the favor, and the blessings are now being released. This is your hour, your season, your unveiling. The voice that speaks to you now comes from a place higher than any human understanding. It is not simply a message of encouragement, but a direct word from the one who sees all, knows all, and orchestrates every detail of your life. The same hand that shaped the mountains, that painted the skies with sunrise and sunset, is guiding your path. Every step, every pause, every season of waiting has been under divine orchestration, and it is this same hand that is moving now, releasing what has been held in reserve specifically for you. Feel the weight of this truth. The events about to unfold are not random. They are destined. They are tailor-made to your life, aligned with the faith you have cultivated in secret, strengthened through trials, and refined in moments that felt lonely. This is a confirmation that your journey has always been seen, that nothing you have endured has gone unnoticed. Heaven has been at work quietly preparing the stage, ensuring that every element is positioned perfectly, so that when the blessing arrives, it will exceed your expectations. You may wonder how such a profound favor could be within reach. The answer is faith that does not waver in silence. Faith that holds firm in the face of uncertainty. Faith that continues to believe when the world says otherwise. Your faith has activated a response in the spiritual realm. It has aligned circumstances, opened doors that no man could shut, and drawn unseen forces into motion on your behalf. This is not hyperbole. It is the truth of the divine principle. When your heart is fully surrendered and your trust unwavering, heaven cannot remain idle. And yet this is not merely about receiving. It is about awakening to your role in a greater story. The same God who is releasing this overflow is calling you to recognize your part in the unfolding of His plan. You are not passive in this process. You are a co-laborer, a participant in the orchestration of divine destiny. Every prayer uttered, every choice made in alignment with truth, every act of patience has been instrumental in bringing you to this moment. Listen carefully. The reassurance of divine presence is not abstract. It is tangible. It is felt in the peace that rises above anxiety, in the clarity that pierces confusion, in the sudden opportunities that appear as if out of nowhere. These are markers of God's movement, confirmations that the process is authentic and that the blessings to come are neither delayed nor denied. They are perfectly timed. So as you sit here, allow your spirit to receive this revelation. Allow the understanding to settle deep within your heart that the one who has guided you through the past is the same one who now opens the doors ahead. What is coming is not by chance, it is by design. And as you continue to listen, you will begin to see the patterns, understand the significance of each moment, and recognize the fullness of the prophecy that has been written for your life. What is coming cannot be understated. A season long anticipated is now stepping into view, and it carries with it a magnitude that will touch every corner of your life. Imagine for a moment a river swelling silently beneath the surface, growing in strength and depth until it can no longer be contained. That river is the blessing about to overflow into your life. It is powerful, unstoppable, and destined to refresh every dry place, every longing, every unmet need you have carried for so long. The atmosphere around you is charged with anticipation. You may feel a stirring in your chest, a gentle tightening in your spirit, a quiet knowing that something sacred is approaching. That is not your imagination. It is the subtle whisper of the divine signaling that the alignment of heaven and earth is occurring in your favor. The doors you have waited for are not merely opening. They are swinging wide on hinges of supernatural timing. And beyond them lies an overflow, an abundance of provision, peace, favor, and influence that has been reserved specifically for you. This prophecy is not a general promise. It is personal. It is tailored to the life you have lived, the faith you have nurtured, and the endurance you have shown. Every challenge, every tear, every moment of perseverance has been the soil in which this blessing has taken root. And now, like the first light of dawn, breaking through the horizon, it is beginning to reveal itself. The hidden favor, the unseen breakthroughs, the divine appointments, they are all converging for your life. You may notice small signs. First, sudden clarity in decisions, opportunities appearing in unexpected ways, encounters with people who bring insight or assistance, and moments of inexplicable peace in situations that once caused anxiety. These are the first ripples of what is about to become a flood. But the fullness of what is coming is far beyond these initial stirrings. It will touch your relationships, your finances, your health, your purpose, and your calling. It will reach so deeply into your life that you will see the fingerprints of God on every detail, and you will know without doubt that this is His doing. Yet even as the prophecy unfolds, it will carry a sense of mystery. You will not see the entire path at once. Heaven reveals in layers and sequences that test your faith and patience. Some blessings will arrive silently unannounced until their impact is undeniable. Others will arrive with fanfare, with unmistakable signs that the divine has intervened. And all of them, whether quiet or grand, are part of a tapestry being woven for your life, a tapestry only God can design, and only you can walk through with eyes wide open and faith fully engaged. The energy surrounding this moment is unlike anything you have experienced. It is a convergence of prayer, persistence, and purpose. Imagine the sun breaking through storm clouds after a relentless downpour. The light feels warm, unstoppable, illuminating every shadow. That is the nature of the overflow you are about to experience. It is a revelation that your faith has been active, that your endurance has not gone unnoticed, and that every whisper of hope, every silent cry, every act of belief has summoned the divine into action on your behalf. And here is the truth that must settle deep within your spirit. This is not merely about what you receive. It is about who you are becoming in the process. The prophecy is shaping you as much as it is blessing you. You are being refined, elevated, and positioned so that when the overflow comes, you are ready not only to receive, but to steward, to multiply, and to reflect God's glory in ways that impact others. This is the heart of destiny. This is the unveiling of what has been hidden, the revelation of what has been faithfully prepared, and the reward of a spirit that has not wavered in trust. So prepare yourself. Align your heart, steady your mind, and open your hands to receive. The river is swelling. The blessings are moving. The overflow is on its way. And what is coming is more magnificent than you have ever imagined. A divine orchestration that testifies to the power of faith, the depth of love, and the unfailing promises of God. What you are experiencing is not merely a sequence of events, it is a spiritual tapestry, intricately woven by the hand of God. Each moment of waiting, each challenge, each act of faith has been designed to cultivate a deep understanding within you. The destiny is never accidental. The timing is always divine, and that transformations is born through seasons of refinement. The overflow you are about to receive is not just material or visible. It is a spiritual awakening, a realization that your faith has power, and that the unseen realm responds to devotion, patience, and surrender. Consider the metaphor of a seed buried in the dark soil. For weeks, months, perhaps years, it is hidden from sight. Rain nourishes it. The soil protects it, and unseen forces coax it toward growth. Above ground, nothing appears to change. Yet below the surface, life is stirring. Roots deepen, strength develops, and the seed prepares to break through the earth with vigor and purpose. This is exactly the spiritual process you have been walking through. Every trial, every moment of silence, every prayer whispered in secrecy has been nurturing the hidden growth within you. And now, like the seed pushing through the soil, your faith is bringing forth a visible manifestation of divine favor. This is also a lesson in divine timing. Humans often measure success by clocks, calendars, and deadlines. But God measures by perfect alignment. The overflow will arrive precisely when every factor, the right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances, has converged to ensure maximum impact. Your faith is the key that unlocks this timing. Without belief, without trust, without endurance, the spiritual alignment cannot fully manifest. It is your faith that activates heaven's response, drawing blessings into your life and into the lives of those around you. But there is more than timing at play. The overflow represents transformation. It is a purifying stream washing away doubt, fear, and limitation. It illuminates truth. Where there was confusion, opens doors. Where there was stagnation, and elevates your spirit to a new level of awareness and authority. Through this process, you are being shaped into a vessel capable of carrying greater purpose. The trials you endured were not punishments, they were refinements. The storms were not attacks, they were calibrations. And now, as the blessings come forth, they will reflect not only God's generosity, but also the resilience and strength you have cultivated in the unseen seasons of life. The symbolic language of light and storms continues to teach this principle. Storms in life are inevitable. They test the depth of roots, the firmness of faith, and the readiness of the spirit. But within each storm, light is breaking. God's favor, like a sunbeam piercing storm clouds, reaches even the darkest corners of your existence. The overflow you are receiving is that light illuminating, guiding, and transforming. Your hardships were the canvas, your faith was the brush, and now God is revealing the masterpiece of your life. Doors and seasons are also crucial metaphors here. Every closed door you encountered was a divine redirection, a preparation for a better path, a season where wisdom, character, and spiritual strength were being cultivated. Every waiting period was a season of alignment, ensuring that when the door finally opens, it opens into abundance rather than limitation. The overflow you are about to experience is the culmination of these seasons, a doorway into a reality that has been designed specifically for you, the one that reflects both your faith and the meticulous care of God. And finally, there is the journey itself. Life's path is not simply about reaching a destination, it is about transformation along the way. Every step of faith you took, every moment you persevered, and every act of trust has built spiritual muscle and clarity that will allow you to carry the overflow responsibly and with gratitude. The blessings coming are not merely to satisfy desire, they are a spiritual calling, a test of stewardship, and a demonstration of how faith in action shapes reality. So as you feel the stirrings of what is to come, understand this: your journey has always been sacred. Your struggles have always been meaningful, and your faith has always been the key. The overflow is not accidental, it is intentional. It is designed to honor your perseverance, reveal your identity, and amplify the light that has been quietly growing within you. As the overflow begins to move, subtle markers will appear in your life signs that confirm the prophecy is real and unfolding. Pay attention to these, for they are divine whispers, guiding you, affirming that what has been spoken is taking root. These confirmations may be quiet, almost imperceptible at first, but their presence will stir your spirit, bringing clarity and reassurance that heaven is actively at work. The first sign may come as a shift in perception. Suddenly, situations that once seemed confusing or overwhelming will begin to make sense. Doors that were once closed may appear open, or opportunities will present themselves in ways that seem orchestrated beyond coincidence. You will notice moments where timing aligns perfectly, where people cross your path with exactly what you need: advice, connection, or support. These are not accidents. They are confirmations that God's hand is arranging the circumstances of your life. A second sign may be a deepening sense of peace in your heart. Even amidst chaos or uncertainty, you will experience a calm that cannot be explained by logic or circumstance. This peace is a divine signal, a gentle reminder that your faith has activated protection and guidance. It is God's way of letting you know that the season of waiting is shifting into a season of action and blessing. Third, you may notice repeated symbols or messages appearing in your life. Perhaps a verse you hear in multiple places, a recurring number, a dream, or a synchronicity that feels too meaningful to dismiss. These symbolic confirmations are personalized markers from the divine realm, telling you to pay attention, to trust, and to prepare for the manifestation of the prophecy. Fourth, the response of others around you can serve as a sign. People may suddenly encourage you, doors may open through unexpected connections, or circumstances may align to support your efforts. The reactions and opportunities you observe are often reflective of the unseen spiritual alignment occurring on your behalf. Fifth, you may feel a tangible stirring within your spirit, a lightness, a surge of energy, or a renewed motivation to act. This internal confirmation is God's way of awakening your readiness. It is a spiritual signal, a call to rise, to embrace, and to step forward with confidence into the blessings that await. Finally, you may begin to notice that obstacles which once seemed insurmountable lose their power over you. Challenges that once brought doubt or fear may now feel manageable, as if a new wisdom or resilience has been imparted. This is another sign that the spiritual forces at work are empowering you for the overflow, strengthening you to receive and steward what is coming. Every sign, whether subtle or obvious, is a loving confirmation from God. They are proof that your prayers, your faith, and your perseverance have not gone unnoticed. These confirmations are meant to awaken hope, to reassure your spirit, and to prepare you for the fullness of what is about to be revealed. The universe is aligning. The spiritual realm is active, and your life is becoming a living testament to the power of faith in action. Even as the signs of favor and overflow appear, know that challenges will still arise. These are not punishments or setbacks. They are hidden tests designed to strengthen your spirit, refine your faith, and prepare you to fully receive what is coming. Just as gold is purified in fire, your journey requires moments that test endurance, patience, and trust. These challenges are proof that the blessing is real and that God is actively preparing you for its magnitude. You may encounter obstacles that seem sudden or unexpected. Relationships might shift, circumstances might change, or opportunities might feel delayed once again. These moments are often disguised as difficulties, but they serve a sacred purpose. They refine your discernment, sharpen your resolve, and reveal the depth of your reliance on God. What seems like friction or opposition is often the invisible hand of divine calibration, ensuring that when the blessing arrives, it will be fully embraced with wisdom and gratitude. Another hidden challenge may be the temptation to doubt. Even as you notice signs of confirmation, a quiet whisper of uncertainty might creep in, questioning whether the promises are truly for you. This is a normal part of the process. Every test of faith is an opportunity to choose trust over fear, belief over skepticism. Your response to these moments determines not just what you receive, but how fully you can step into the fullness of God's plan. There may also be emotional or spiritual battles that feel intense and private. Loneliness, frustration, or impatience can surface especially when the manifestation of your prayers seems delayed. These internal struggles are designed to align your heart with God's timing. They remind you that faith is not merely believing. When it is easy, it is holding fast when it is difficult. Enduring these challenges with perseverance and trust transforms you into a vessel capable of carrying the overflow with humility, gratitude, and grace. Hidden challenges may appear in the form of external tests, too. Circumstances may try to divert your focus, competitors may arise, or systems may seem to resist your progress. Yet each challenge is temporary, and each obstacle carries a lesson. It is in these moments that you discover the depth of your spiritual strength, the resilience of your faith, and the readiness of your heart to receive God's fullness. Remember this, none of these challenges are signs that the prophecy is failing. On the contrary, they are indicators that the blessing is real and approaching. Every trial is part of the journey to alignment. Every test is a preparation for the overflow, and every moment of endurance proves that your faith is active. Your readiness to persevere through these hidden challenges will amplify the joy, impact, and magnitude of what is coming. So hold fast, stand firm, keep your eyes on the divine horizon, and do not let temporary struggles overshadow the eternal purposes unfolding. God is using every hidden challenge to shape you, refine you, and position you for the fullness of His promise. The overflow is coming, and you will emerge from these tests stronger, wiser, and fully equipped to embrace all that has been prepared for you. Now is the time to align your heart and your actions with the movement of heaven. The blessings, favor, and overflow that have been promised are approaching, but preparation is required. Just as a farmer prepares the soil before planting, you must ready your spirit, your mind, and your environment to receive fully. These instructions are not burdens. They are keys to unlocking the fullness of your destiny. Follow them diligently, and you will position yourself to walk into the divine orchestration that is already in motion. First, cultivate unwavering trust. Trust is the foundation of your spiritual readiness. It is not enough to hope quietly. You must actively choose to believe even when circumstances seem contrary. Speak words of faith over your life daily. Declare that what God has promised will come to pass. Affirm your alignment with divine purpose and let doubt have no place in your heart. Your spoken faith activates unseen forces, shaping the spiritual atmosphere around you and opening channels for the blessings to flow. Second, prioritize discernment. Pay attention to the signs, the nudges, and the promptings that God is placing before you. These subtle guideposts may come as intuition, a sudden clarity, or the timely advice of someone around you. Do not dismiss them. Discernment ensures that you step into opportunities at the right time, avoid distractions, and act in alignment with God's will. Your spiritual sensitivity will guide you through complexities, ensuring that your actions are productive, precise, and divinely aligned. Third, maintain integrity in all areas of your life. The overflow you are receiving is a reflection of your readiness to steward it well. Align your thoughts, words, and deeds with truth. Release bitterness, unforgiveness, and compromise. Let generosity, honesty, and love guide your interactions. Your character is the vessel through which divine blessings flow. When your heart is pure, the overflow will not only come to you, it will multiply and extend to others, magnifying God's glory through your life. Fourth, remain patient and diligent. While signs of the blessing may appear, the full manifestation may require waiting. Treat every day as an opportunity to prepare, strengthen, and grow. Each prayer, each act of faith, each intentional choice builds momentum for what is coming. Do not rush the process. Divine timing is perfect, and every day of preparation ensures that you can receive fully, without compromise or overwhelm. Fifth, engage in spiritual practices that elevate your awareness. Prayer, meditation on God's Word, worship, and moments of reflection open channels of understanding and receptivity. These practices strengthen your connection to the divine, allowing you to perceive guidance clearly and act with confidence. When your spirit is aligned, your mind is calm, and your heart is steady. The flow of blessings will encounter no resistance. Sixth, speak life over your circumstances. Words are powerful instruments of faith. Declare victory over delays, proclaim abundance over scarcity, and call forth favor in every area of your life. Speak as one who has already received, knowing that your faith-filled declarations summon the unseen into action. Every word of truth spoken with conviction activates divine movement, preparing the way for the overflow to manifest in tangible ways. Finally, prepare to act decisively. When doors open, step through them boldly. When opportunities present themselves, embrace them with gratitude and clarity. The instructions you follow now are not passive, they require action. God's favor meets your obedience, and your steps in faith amplify the blessings that are arriving. Remember, these instructions are both sacred and empowering. They are not obligations. They are invitations to co-labor with God, to actively participate in the unfolding of your destiny, and to step confidently into the overflow that has been prepared. Follow them with diligence, trust, and joy, and you will experience the fullness of what has been promised. As the overflow approaches, understand that you are not walking this path alone. A divine presence surrounds you, guarding every step, shielding your spirit, and ensuring that no force, seen or unseen, can thwart the purpose unfolding in your life. Imagine a fortress of light, radiant and impenetrable, wrapping around your mind, your heart, and your environment. Within this sanctuary, fear has no hold, doubt cannot linger, and every attack is deflected. This is the nature of God's protection, unseen, unwavering, and perfectly timed. You may face moments when uncertainty rises or when circumstances seem overwhelming. Yet even in these moments, know that divine guardians walk beside you. They whisper reassurance into your soul, guide your steps, and activate doors that only heaven can open. Each prayer you've uttered, each act of faith, each surrender of control has strengthened this protective presence. You are covered not by chance, but by design, as the heavens have positioned shields around you to ensure that you reach the fullness of your destiny safely. Picture yourself as a traveler crossing a stormy sea. The waves may rise, the winds may howl, yet a powerful hand steadies your boat, guiding you through every tumult. That hand is the same force that has been orchestrating your life since the beginning. It is constant, tender, and impenetrable. Even when obstacles appear, even when trials challenge your resolve, you are never without support. The divine assurance is not conditional. It is your inheritance, your birthright, and the response to the faith that has carried you this far. Look also for protection in subtle forms, unexpected timing that favors your actions. People who step in to assist at just the right moment, doors closing to keep you from harm, or sudden insights that steer you away from danger. These signs are reminders that your life is monitored with care, that every decision you make is guided, and that your destiny cannot be derailed by fear, opposition, or human limitation. Beyond physical and circumstantial protection, there is a deeper layer, the safeguarding of your spirit. Your heart, mind, and soul are shielded from discouragement, confusion, and despair. Peace rises within you even when the world outside is chaotic. Confidence and clarity become your companions. You are being fortified internally so that when the overflow arrives, you are not only ready to receive, but also capable of walking in it with integrity, wisdom, and purpose. So rest in this assurance. Let it wash over you like a gentle river of calm. Know that every unseen guardian, every angelic assignment, every spiritual force aligned in your favor is working tirelessly to secure the path ahead. Your faith has not gone unnoticed, your perseverance has not been in vain, and the protection surrounding you is proof that heaven itself is invested in the fulfillment of your destiny. Walk forward with confidence. Step boldly. Your life is guarded, your heart is secured, and your path is illuminated. Nothing can stop what God has prepared, and every moment brings you closer to the manifestation of the overflow that has been set aside for you. The moment you have been waiting for is nearing, and it will not resemble anything you have imagined. It will be greater. The overflow you are stepping into is more than blessings or favor. It is a transformation of your very being. Your spirit, once tested and refined, will shine with a clarity that draws others to hope, encouragement, and truth. You will no longer be merely walking through life. You will be walking in alignment with purpose, power, and divine authority. Picture your life as a river that has been dammed, contained, and restricted. For years it has flowed quietly beneath the surface, holding potential and energy. Now, the barriers are breaking. Water rushes forward with unstoppable force, carrying abundance, opportunity, and revelation into every corner of your life. This is the essence of fulfillment, the manifestation of the faith, perseverance, and trust you have invested. Every silent prayer, every moment of patience, every act of obedience converges into this powerful current, sweeping away limitation and doubt. Emotionally, you will experience a deep sense of liberation. Where once there was anxiety, uncertainty, or hesitation, there will now be confidence, joy, and gratitude. The burdens that weighed heavily on your heart will feel lighter, replaced by a profound understanding of God's orchestration in your journey. The lessons learned, the seasons endured, and the faith exercised are all culminating in a life that reflects both resilience and divine design. You will recognize in awe how every step of the journey has been purposeful, shaping you for the fullness of the moment you now inhabit. Spiritually, the transformation will elevate your perception and awareness. You will see the unseen currents of life, the connections, the alignments, the divine hand at work in ways that were invisible before. Your discernment will deepen, your prayers will gain sharper precision, and your connection to purpose will strengthen. The overflow is as much about expansion of consciousness as it is about tangible blessings. It is an awakening to the reality that your life is deeply intertwined with divine intention. The impact will also radiate outward. As you step fully into this season, your influence grows. The favor upon your life becomes a beacon, illuminating paths for others, inspiring hope, and encouraging faith. Your testimony, born from perseverance and trust, will resonate, drawing others to recognize the power of God's promises and the reward of steadfast belief. You are not only being fulfilled, you are being positioned to fulfill a greater mission to reflect divine light in a world that longs for it. Physically, mentally, and emotionally, your life will feel expanded. Opportunities that once seemed inaccessible will open. Doors long closed will swing wide. Resources, relationships, and circumstances will converge to reflect the divine orchestration behind your journey. And through it all, there will be a sense of awe, a recognition that what has been received is beyond human design, perfectly timed and unmistakably divine. So prepare your heart to embrace this moment fully. Step into gratitude, humility, and readiness. Walk forward knowing that the transformation is complete in the spiritual realm even before it manifests visibly. The overflow is not just coming. It is here in unseen dimensions, ready to intersect with your life and bring fulfillment that is rich, deep, and lasting. You are standing at the threshold of a new reality, one defined by the power of faith, the clarity of purpose, and the tangible evidence of God's unending love. As you stand on the edge of this new season, take a deep breath and anchor these truths in your heart. Speak them aloud, feel them in your spirit, and let them shape your reality. Repeat after me, I am aligned with divine purpose. I receive the fullness of God's blessings. My faith activates favor and overflow in every area of my life. I am protected, guided, and strengthened for every step ahead. Let these words become the foundation of your daily declarations, a reminder that your faith is active, your path is ordained, and your life is under divine orchestration. Each affirmation is a key unlocking doors, dissolving fear, and opening the heart to the abundance that is already on its way. Now, receive this prophetic blessing, spoken over your life with love, authority, and certainty. May your faith continue to grow unshakable and radiant as the heavens release treasures, wisdom, and opportunities into your hands. May every delay you experience transform into a testimony, every tear into joy, and every trial into triumph. May your spirit be filled with clarity, peace, and courage guiding your steps as you walk fully into your destiny. And may the overflow touch not only your life, but ripple outward, blessing all who cross your path, reflecting the goodness and faithfulness of God. Know this, you are not receiving by chance. You are not chosen at random. You are standing at the intersection of preparation and destiny, of faith and fulfillment. Everything that has been cultivated within you, the endurance, the trust, the perseverance is coming to fruition now. The heavens are moving on your behalf, and what was once hidden is being revealed. Carry this blessing with you. Let it remind you daily that you are loved, seen, and cherished by God. Let it infuse your actions with confidence and your heart with gratitude. Let it settle as a deep, unshakable knowing that the overflow is real, imminent, and personal. Step forward boldly, for the prophecy is yours. Stand tall, embrace the fullness of your calling, and allow every word of faith, every act of trust, and every quiet prayer to manifest into the life you were always meant to live. The overflow has begun. Your faith has activated it. And now in this sacred moment, you are fully aligned to receive rejoice and reflect the light of divine purpose in every corner of your life. Amen.